Hey guys, so if you're looking for one of my more random fun videos, today's not going to be the day, so you may not want to watch because this is one of my more serious videos. Not serious as in like anything big in my life has happened that like I'm telling you about, no one's dead or anything. Um, just serious in that it's not a particularly funny subject. I'm not going to be my usual relatively upbeat self, so of course I will still mess with my hair because I can't help myself. Um, I don't know. So I might as well just jump into it. Um, I've been reading a bunch of other people's blogs. I read pretty much everyone on the site's blog or watch their vlogs if they do vlogs. I love reading your guys' lives. Um, but I don't know. Just some of you. I don't know, I read your posts, and this is like nothing bad. Like, I'm not going to say anything bad about any of you because I love you all. Um, I hear about your lives and the things you're doing, the people you know, and I just feel like perhaps I'm doing something wrong in my life. And it's not just reading other people's blogs and stuff that brings on this feeling. It happens in real life all the time. I just feel like when I see these people, all these people in relationships or with all these friends who have all these stories, and I just feel like there's nothing really happening in my life, that I'm not changing and nothing is happening to me and I'm not doing anything. And I feel like maybe I'm not living my life the way I should. And I don't know, this is a concern I feel a lot of the time, that I'm in college and I feel like maybe I should be socializing more and I should be getting to know more people and should be having more experiences, and then I don't. I mean, I have friends, I do stuff, but I feel like I have such a small group of friends um, that I don't even see on a regular basis, even though one of my friends lives literally 2 doors down the hall. Um, and I won't see her for days at a time, and then my other friend is so social and she's always with other friends and she's always busy because she has a job, and we have totally different class schedules except for one class. And so I don't see her as much as I did last semester. And so I feel like my life is sort of stagnating right now, and I don't know, it's not a good feeling, and I've been getting into a lot of depression like funks lately, and I don't think it's real depression. I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never experienced depression, but it doesn't feel like depression because it'll only last for a day or two, and then I'll feel fine. Um, but when it happens, this feeling that I get that like I'm doing something wrong with my life, that I'm not living like I should, that I'm wasting my life away. It just gets really strong, and I feel awful, and it just makes me not want to do anything. And then things just get bad. And like last week, I called my parents, and it was just, I think it was a Friday night or something, and I didn't have any plans. And my roommate was out. My roommate is out all the time because she's had a boyfriend the whole time we've been at campus. She didn't have one coming in, but she met a guy on our floor, and they've been dating ever since. They're so cute. They're the perfect couple. And so she's always with him or out doing something with friends. She's really involved. Um, she's on the student senate. I don't know. She's like socially everything I'm not. And some of her choices I don't necessarily agree with. She parties a little too hard for my tastes. Actually, no, she still parties fairly responsibly, but just not my thing. I'm not a partier. But like, I see what happens with her life, and it makes me, I don't know, kind of wish I could trade lives with her sometimes. Uh, and there's no reason I can't do what she does, but it feels like I can't. And anyway, back to what I was talking about. I called my parents that week, and I was alone, and I was talking to them, and I just felt really down, and I just wanted to talk to a familiar voice and hear my parents. Um, and they knew, like, right off the bat that something was wrong. Like, they could just tell from my voice. They said I sounded weird, that I didn't sound right, and my parents even asked if I was depressed. Like, apparently I sounded so dead, so bad that I think my dad or my mom asked me if I was, like, suicidal, which that kind of scared me because in no way was I suicidal. I mean, that's pretty bleak. I was just having a bad day. But that kind of scared me, and I'm wondering, is there something wrong? And I don't know. I just sorry. I just I don't know. God, I can't even talk now. I've never really felt like I've had social anxiety. I don't think I do. I've never had problems making friends or being social. I'm just not, I'm not super outgoing. I don't really put myself out there like some people do, but when I'm in a social situation, I don't have any problems like being social. But I don't know. Am I even making sense anymore? I don't even know. I've just had the feeling that I'm wasting my life, which I know is not true because I'm doing exactly what I should. I'm in school. I'm working hard in school. I'm staying out of trouble with friends, making memories. I guess that sounds really lame. But then sometimes I see what other people do, and I just regret my own choices, or lack of choices. And I wonder if later in life I'm going to regret my life now. I'm going to wish I would have done more, been more involved. But then when I try to be involved, I end up having these times where I could go to these meetings for the groups I'm involved with, and I decide not to because it'd be too cold to walk to a building, or it's too late, or I don't feel like it, and then I wonder why I'm avoiding these situations. Is it social anxiety, which I don't think it is because I want to see these people, or is there something else? Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like an idiot. Yeah. And I always end up being the kind of person that, though I'm not a particularly, like, outgoing, overly social person, I always surround myself with people that are, which doesn't necessarily do great things for my self-esteem all the time, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it's good to have people that push you like that. Like my best friend at school is extraordinarily social. She knows everyone on her floor. She's friends with everyone. She goes out to parties every weekend. She's always encouraging people to come. She's always trying to get me to go to parties, trying to get me to do stuff with her. I went bowling with her last week. That was a lot of fun. But it just comes so naturally to her. And I just feel kind of uncomfortable in that situation. But then I wish I was more like her, and then I'll wish, well, why don't I go to these parties with her sometimes? Why am I so adamantly against this? And I don't know. I don't know. And then I see people on my floor, and I feel like everyone in my dorm has so many friends and is always with friends, and then I feel like I'm alone most of the time. And I wonder, why did I miss my chance to put myself out there? I feel like people are so set in these groups, or have these friend groups, and I feel like I can't break in, or that it would be awkward to try to break in. And it's just uncomfortable. And then I end up just waiting for something to happen, and nothing happens, and I know it's because I can't wait. I have to put myself out there, but I don't know, it's hard. So, yeah, concerns, life, it's great. I know I'm 18, and I know I'm really young, and that nothing is set in stone in my life, and things will change as I grow, and that my concerns really aren't too serious right now, and that I have plenty of time for things to change if I want them to change, and that really I'm probably making a bigger deal than this really is, because I wouldn't really say that any of these things are super serious concerns. But I don't know, I've just been having a bit of a hard time lately, and I'm glad the site is here. That's all I can really say, because it's nice to have people online I feel like I can talk to, in a place I feel I can go when I'm just not having a very good time in the rest of my life. So that's really all. I'm gonna end this on a positive note because I feel like this was quite a downer of a video. I know in one of my last videos I said that I was perhaps regretting taking Russian, but I've been looking into opportunities I can have by speaking Russian, and really, the more I look into it, the more I'm glad with my decision. Even if it's a hard language, and even if I don't enjoy it all the time, I know that knowing Russian, if I stick with it and really learn it, is going to help me out in the long run. I was looking at internships and possibilities with the NSA, which is the National Security Administration, and they have a summer internship, I think it's an internship anyway, some sort of summer program for these critical languages, which are Chinese, Farsi / Persian, Arabic, Korean, and I think Russian. Well, I know Russian, but I think there may be something else, but that may be it. And it would be a great opportunity, and it can lead to employment, and that is a big name. Like, the NSA is big. I know the CIA also has stuff like this, so looking into all these national and international organizations, and they all have opportunities. Oh, sorry, oh god, seriously, my computer screen just like shut down because I hadn't touched the keyboard in long enough. But these organizations all have opportunities for people that speak critical languages, and Russian is a critical language, and so I'm thinking that for my field, this is a really good thing to know, because all those people that have been studying Spanish and French are going to have a hell of a time competing with each other, whereas there aren't as many people who speak these languages that are really needed. So I think that's going to help me in the employment field, so that's one good thing. This video is 12.5 minutes long, which I told myself I was going to make shorter videos, and apparently I'm not. So I'm gonna go now, and thank you for listening. If you have, even if you don't, I don't mind. It's just nice to put my thoughts out there. So I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.